So when I was in 8th grade, I had this algebra teacher named Miss McLennan, innocent white lady from Minnesota, meant no harm. But let me tell you where her ignorance backfired. First day of school, she's taking roll. She gets to Jesus, he says here. Patrick, he says here. Jordan, I say here. She looks at me, Jordan, I'm gonna call you Franklin. The class started laughing, and then I chuckled a bit, and I was like, Franklin? Why Franklin? She's like, I don't know, you just look like a Franklin. The class laughed even more. And I kind of took this as, just an innocent joke and me being the center of attention, so I played along. This went on for weeks, perhaps months, and it was just kind of like a class joke. Until we had a parent-teacher conference. And I didn't go to it. It was just the parents and the teacher. And I remember my mom coming home and she was very upset. And she looked at me and she said, Jordan, if that teacher ever calls you Franklin again, you let me know immediately. But when I went back to the school, I noticed she never called me that. So I was like, why was it such a big deal? Then years later, my mom explained to me what happened during that meeting. They sat down and the teacher said, oh, you're Jordan's mom. Yeah, I know him. I'll call him Franklin. My mom said, excuse me? She said, yeah, I'll call him Franklin. Well, why do you call him Franklin? I don't know. He looks like a Franklin. Well, what the hell does a Franklin look like to you? And the teacher was like, my mom said, no. That is my son. I named him Jordan Avery Gupton as his birthright name. You don't get the right to just take that on the whim because you feel like it. What if I was a cop and I walked up to you and said, ma'am, you look like a suspect named so-and-so. You're coming with me. You were like, no, my name is Miss McLennan. I don't care. You look like this suspect that was just profiled. You're coming with me. You know that's what the cops do to us every day. Is that fair? Is that fair? You know what they used to do to us in slavery? If our name was too hard to pronounce or they didn't like it, they would just give us a different name. Is that fair? The teacher was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. She said, no. Look here. So help me God. If I hear about you calling my son Franklin one more time, not only will I pull him out of this class, but I will take your ass to the district and file a complaint on you. You understand? From that point on, never heard that name again. I'm telling you, moms don't play.